Is that on? Whoa. It's been a minute, let me tell you, since I last picked up the camera and done some YouTube. I've been procrastinating for weeks and weeks. I started a video, didn't end up finishing it. I've made this promise since I've just finished nights last night. The time is 11:41. Up nice and early post nights to attack the week. Since we're off all week, it was a perfect time. I've got a full week of training that I can document. How is everyone doing? Probably a bit rusty on the aisle talking to the camera, but it's time to make a comeback. Yes, I think so. The last time I think we spoke was maybe Hyrox Toulouse before then. I think it might even have been before then. We'd done a couple of races since. We'd done Toulouse, we got a 109, felt a bit heavy. Well, to sign out for the season, we finished with a Hyrox Pro Doubles in Cardiff, which we finished with a very, very good, and I'm extremely happy to get a 1 hour 1:11, I think. So our first pro outing with Nath was a success. We know where we want to get to next season with the pro race. We just need Nath to finish his marathon. He's doing a marathon in Frankfurt, so all good aerobic base building for him. When we attack a race next season, we're going to be in such a stronger position. It's been a minute. Things have changed. A lot has changed. I've changed coach, new approach. I just felt it was time to try something new. Nothing against my previous coach, Paul. He was absolutely tremendous with me and got me into a fantastic position. But I just felt like I wanted a new avenue. So yeah, we've moved coach. We are currently 7 or 8 weeks in with Steve Fitchett. So an exciting off season. We've got the next 20 weeks laid out. We've done some testing, strength testing, FTP testing, running testing. We do for a 5k time trial. So all these numbers and a 5k skiing row, which was absolutely horrendous. It's given us a fantastic gauge where's my fitness is. After having a couple of conversations with Steve, we're in a really, really strong position, but we just need to build and get better again. So currently we've just finished a deload week. I was going to pick up the camera last week, but it wasn't time. And within the deload week, I just finished the 10k. Portal Night 10k on the Sunday, so that was a 39:02, so sub 40 10k, so that's 3 back to back, which I'm really happy with. If you'd have asked me 2 years ago, I'd have been like, nah, I'm not. But time, effort, and following the plan, it really does pay off in the long run. New phase with a new coach. I'm just getting up the stuff now. It's all on a timeline, so we're backtracking. A lot more variables than I've done since probably my bodybuilding days, but I think to make that next level where I want to get to, that's where we need to do. These are the fine margins that we need to focus on as well, rather than being a bit lax with, say, food and stuff like that. So the low hanging fruit for me at the minute is my aerobic development, where we can really build on that. So that for me is I've got 2 runs and a bike session a week where my heart rate can't go above 135. We need to build this aerobic base a lot more. Bring up my ski, because like everyone knows, it's absolutely horrendous. My row's okay. Obviously, it still needs to be better, but my ski's the main priority. So we've got the next weeks laid out. I actually haven't got any races booked as of yet. I'm potentially eyeing Hyrox Dusseldorf in November and Hyrox London XL as my first pro outings of the season. As it gives me and Steve a good opportunity and a big block of time to really focus on developing and building. Here's the training week. I'm back. I'm going to be documenting a lot more. This seems a bit scatty, but this is me after nights, you know. The whole day's a bit of a fog, but I'm glad to be back. I hope you're tuning in again. More off-season, more travelling around European adventures, Hyrox. So we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. City breaks, Hyrox racing. I'm back. Let's get into it. First full week of training for the Hyrox 26-27 season. Let's go. Also, is anyone else, I don't know, but is anyone struggling with their hay fever the last couple of days? Because my eyes have been a mess. like I'm full bunged up and all that stuff. But today's first session of the week on a Monday is a tasty 1K repeats at the track. Today we've got 1K intervals at between a 3:37 pace and a 3:42 pace, and then we're resting for 60 seconds in between each interval. We want to see, obviously, improve my speed, but also I want to see how fast I'm recovering between each 1K interval. So yeah, that's on the cards today. Oof, that sun is burning. Looks like we're actually getting a little bit of a summer for once. Mind you, back in May we did have that like blistering couple of days, but let's get into the week. First one, 1K repeats. We will become a better runner. Tired today. Sound that, innit? Let's bring this down a bit. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. It's a little bit windy here this morning. The time it's afternoon now, so it's 10 to 1. First session of the week. I've got 2 like priority sessions a week. They are like the bread and butter. Don't get me wrong, every session is super important, but these 2 running ones that I've got in the last block, it was 1K repeats, but it was 400s on the other day. Whereas this training block that we're just going into on the back of the deload is 6 1K repeats. That's today's session with a holding between a 3:37 and a 3:42, working in threshold pace. The whole point of these sessions is we can compound these over weeks and weeks and weeks and get obviously a lot better. But if you're coming into sessions and you're redlining all the time, or you're feeling absolutely fried, knackered, you're not going to get the correct stimulus that you want from the session. So yeah, 6 1K repeats between a 3:37 and a 3:42, 60-second rest in between, see how fast we're recovering between intervals as well. The other session was 15 400s, but that's changed now, so we've gone to, this block is 4x4s. So I've never done that session before, but when we get to it later on in the week, I'll go on and talk about that. But yeah, 10-minute warm-up, some stretches, dynamic stretching, a bit of movement because I'm getting old now. Session done. Let's just put that there. Yeah, session done. A little bit of a cadence. Citrus lime, is it? Yeah, citrus. Naughty little electrolyte drink. Wasn't my best, to be honest. Didn't hit the paces that I wanted to today. I can just surely put that down to the fact that maybe 12-hour nights. A little bit of fatigue in hindsight. Should really switch them away a little bit further away from nights, but as I say, it's a learning lesson. Sometimes post nights, like it's a flip of a coin sometimes, because I've gone into sessions before off the back of nights, felt terrible, but performed better. Heart rate just wasn't chilling today from where we've previously had it in recent weeks and stuff, albeit that the rest time was shorter today. So 1Ks, we wanted between a 3:37 and a 3:42, and then 60 seconds rest. I think they were like 3:45s, I think, today. But the stimulus of this session is threshold. The thing is, I don't want to be spending too long in that red line because it's going to take me days to recover. It's going to eat into the next priority session. It just has a knock-on effect, so I've got to look at the bigger picture. You know, sometimes sessions don't go to plan, and that's okay. I've got to think longer term how am I stacking that, because I don't want to repeatedly go into sessions and be like redlining and then affecting other sessions again. So yeah, as I say, session done, chill. Plans for the rest of the day is I need to go food shopping. I'm minding my niece for a little bit, catching up with a friend for a coffee, and then chill out. Early night, 10 hours kipping. The beauty, like for me, fortunately, with me working shift, my sleeping pattern, when I work days is good. At nights, it's terrible. I can't sleep in the day, but on my days off, like I really nail sleep, should I say. Like my Garmin's like 90s and that, so and I wake up feeling really good. So that's the plan for the rest of the day. I'll catch up with you in a little bit later on, maybe when I'm looking after the knees, get them in a coffee. I think actually it might be a hot chocolate, but get some healthy food, and then yeah, session 1 of the week done. Tomorrow we get some strength. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you can hear me, but the tunes are going off over in Power Liverpool today. As I say, in for a strength S&C session with some ski FTPs today. So on the things today is back squat 3x3, 80% of the 1 rep max. Pause bench press 3x3, 80% of 1 rep max. Then we are in a new exercise for this next part of the phase block is a rear foot elevated split squat, so that sounds absolutely horrendous. Then we're into a little bit of a Metcon, 20 cal assault bike at 90% peak watts, 30-second rest, 10 devil presses, 30-second rest, 10 box jump overs, 2 times, 90-second rest between each. So yeah, that gets a bit tasty, that. I said to my coach the other week, when you look at a workout and it looks okay, and then when you're in it, it like sucks like shit. Then some seated calf, into some hollow body holds, and then into some nitty gritty FTPs. So we've got 4 rounds of this. So 300 meters at 105 to 110% of my FTP. Then we slow it down to 90% of 300 meters. Then we go back up to 105 to 110% of the FTP for 300 meters. And then 150 at 110 to 115%. 4 rounds, 3-minute rest in between each round. Gets tasty, but as I say, this is a weakness for me in obviously the Hyrox. My ski FTP isn't great, it needs to be a lot stronger, so big focus this off-season to improve that also. But yeah, let's get into today's session. Should be fun. As I say, it's nice to be back squatting and benching again. It's been a minute since we were doing that, but all roads are leading to the 26-27 Hyrox season. Let's go. Strength work done. Well, actually, as the weeks are getting on, I'm getting a bit more comfortable with movements. Like I say, I've done like a pause bench since probably the start of the gym, maybe all that time ago. It's a movement me and that I don't get on well with. I've never been good at bench, so but it's good to be shit or something. So it's trying to get better again. But into the Metcon stuff now. We have got some calves and hollow holds in between the 2 Metcon and FTP circuits. But now is 20 cals on the Echo bike into 10 devil presses into 10 box jumps. Trying the 30s today, so you know my fucking luck, I'll flatline it and go over. But we'll see how we get on. Exciting times. Good morning. Hopefully the audio's okay. I am in my car, but my microphone's in my gym bag. I'm back. I've had 2 days off from recording because on Tuesday, when I was in the gym doing my Metcon, I had a little twinge in my back on doing devil presses on the left side, which is obviously a bit of an ongoing issue since Melbourne, Australia. I thought, oh, it's only a little niggle. Really, I probably should have stopped there. And then when I went to do my ski FTPs, I'd done 2 rounds and went to do the third, and as I've hinged, my back was just like, nah. So the last 2 days have been a bit of a nightmare. Not nightmare, but just a bit annoying because like I've been finding it hard to move and put my socks on and that. So today it actually feels a lot better. I'm on my way to Jack, who's been actually looking after me since Melbourne, trying to fix me up. I can be to blame a little bit, quite a lot actually. Since Cardiff, I've backed off a little bit from doing my mobility that Jack set me, and obviously it's bit me on the arse now, so he's not going to be best pleased, but I'll speak to him. Come along with me. All I've done the last 2 days, I done a 10k easy where the running's felt alright. I think it's anywhere when I'm in that hinged position or when I'm in like say a squat position. So yeah, all I've done was a 10k easy run, which was at a 6-minute pace, but that's all based on HR, so we don't want HR going above 135. And then yesterday was 75 minutes on the bike, with some mobility beforehand. I've actually downloaded Pliability, so now I get a 7-day free trial, but I mean now because I'm paying for it as well, I'm making sure I get on top of that stuff. Over to Liverpool now. Have Jack look at what he thinks it is. I think it's the glute med. Not that I'm the professional, by the way. I'll let him do all that. Time to head over to Liverpool, get this looked at, and I'll catch you in the next clip. I'll get you some behind the scenes of Jack's handiwork when it comes to fixing me up. This old hag, 32, back legs are going. Is that me done? Nah. No, not by a long shot. Just in that bit,
Same again. Yeah, cool. I want to see you back again.